Hello friends, my name is Vikas. So friends, in today's video we will be discussing important books and authors of March month. The session will be very important and useful for you, so do pay attention till the end. So friends, we have an app by the name Affairscloud which you can go and download through the Play Store in your Android phones. This app will help you in boosting your preparation. Once you have downloaded this app, you can go and log in with your Gmail or Google ID in this application. And once you have logged in, then you will be transferred to this page here. On this page, you will be able to see home, all courses, my courses and doubt sessions also. So in the courses, if we talk to you, in the courses in our if you purchase course from us, we will be providing you with multiple material for your preparation. Material such as your daily current affairs, your weekly current affairs, your monthly current affairs. In daily, we will be providing you with 20 questions quiz, an ebook that is in your PDF formats of the questions of that particular day. Then we'll be providing you in weekly with the same 50 question quiz that will be a compiled and important 50 questions, and also we'll be providing you a compiled PDF of the weekly current affairs then in the question answer format also. It will be a very helpful PDF, and similarly for monthly also we'll be providing you important monthly current affairs on a monthly basis. So the same content you will be revising maximum number of times and it will help you in your preparation. We'll also provide material related to your banking and awareness also, and apart from that we'll be covering all important topics such as your apps and web portal, important days, books and authors, national affairs, international affairs, sports, defense, awards, obituary, important days and what not. Everything will be covered in this topic wise by me only. So apart from that, we also provide state wise current affairs that will also help you to prepare for the regional exams. Let's start. The first book that we are discussing is Udaan Ek Mazdoor Bachche Ki. Important. Mark this. Udaan Ek Mazdoor Bachche Ki. This book has been recently authored by Mithilesh Tiwari. Alright, I repeat, this book has been authored by, or question will be asked, who is the author of Udaan Ek Mazdoor Bachche Ki? He is Mithilesh Tiwari. And remember, Bhajan Samrat and Anup Jalota, they released the book. I repeat, Anup Jalota and Bhajan Samrat, they released the book that was authored by Mithilesh Tiwari, and the name of the book is Udaan Ek Mazdoor Bachche Ki. Then this book was authored by Mithilesh Tiwari as we saw, and it was released by famous Bhajan Samrat Anup Jalota in Mumbai, Maharashtra. This program was organized by Shailesh B. Tiwari of P Club Education Private Limited. If we talk about this, it highlights the journey and struggle and success story of Captain A.D. Manek. He is the role model, or you can say he is the main character in this particular book, that is Udaan Ek Mazdoor Bachche Ki. So this book is based on Captain A.D. Manek. Captain A.D. Manek is the founder of the Skyline Aviation Club that was established in 1987, and currently he is presiding as the managing trustee and chief advisor of the Skyline Aviation Club in Mumbai. Alright, so question can be asked on whom this book is based. It is based on Captain A.D. Manek. Next we are talking about the book is The Millennial Yogi. Important book. The Millennial Yogi. This book has been authored by ex-army captain Deepam Chatterjee. Alright, who authored this book? Deepam Chatterjee, who is an ex-army captain, authored the book that is based on the Yogi Adityanath, who is the chief minister of UP. So the name of the book is The Millennial Yogi, and it was authored by whom? Deepam Chatterjee. This will take us help the readers to know about the journey of the awakening of Yogi Adityanath, what were the struggles in his initial days. Alright. Next we are talking about a new book that was recently released by Rahul Gandhi, and this new book is basically an autobiography of a chief minister. Now the question can be asked, on whose chief minister recently a book was released by Rahul Gandhi? He was the chief minister of Tamil Nadu, and what is the name of the chief minister? He is M.K. Stalin. Autobiography of Chief Minister of Tamil Nadu, M.K. Stalin, was recently released by Rahul Gandhi. And what is the name of the autobiography? It is Uglil Overrun. All right, Uglil Oruvan 1, and this is the first edition of this book. I repeat, Uglil Oruvan 1. This is the first edition of this book. All right, or you can say the first volume of the autobiography of the Chief Minister of Tamil Nadu, M.K. Stalin. Coming back, what the questions can be framed? First, it was released by whom? It was released by Rahul Gandhi. Second, name of the book, that is Uglil Oruvan, and it is the first edition that was released by Rahul Gandhi. And on whom this book is based, or it is a biography, autobiography of whom? It is M.K. Stalin, who is the Chief Minister of Tamil Nadu. Next book is The Great Tech Game. This book has been recently authored by Anirudh Suri. Anirudh Suri, the founding partner and managing director of India Internet Fund, has authored a new book, that is The Great Tech Game, Shaping Geopolitics and the Destinies of Nation. This is the name of the book. So if it is just mentioned The Great Tech Game, remember it has been authored by Anirudh Suri, who is the founding and managing director of India Internet Fund. This book offers the frameworks which outline the major factors that will determine the ability of a nation to succeed in the technology dominant area. All right, if I ask you which is the Silicon Valley of India, Silicon Valley of India, it is Bangalore is known as the Silicon Valley of India. Next book. Next we are talking about 75 success stories. Recently, our Union Science and Technology Minister Jitendra Singh has released a book, that is 75 success stories from Women Scientists scheme of Department of Science and Technology. All right, remember 75 success stories. This book was released by Jitendra Singh. So the important things that you need to remember regarding this book, that is 75 success stories, is first thing that it was released by Dr. Jitendra Singh. Second thing, that this was released on International Women's Day. When is your International Women's Day? It is on 8th of March. All right. Then remember, this book features the success stories of 75 women scientists in the Intellectual Property Rights Women Scientist Scheme program. And this book was released at an event that was based on women empowerment through science and technology. Next we are talking about Ratnakar Shetty. The autobiography of Ratnakar Shetty has been recently released, and the name of the autobiography is On Board, Test, Trial, Trump. Alright, On Board, this is the name of the autobiography that was of Ratnakar Shetty. Ratnakar Shetty, a board of control for cricket in India, that is your BCCI, veteran and one of India's long-served cricket administrators, has released a book titled On Board, Test, Trial, Trump, My Years in BCCI. This is an autobiography of whom? Of Ratnakar Shetty, narrating his experience as an administrator in the BCCI. This book was released by Sharad Pawarji. Important. Who released this book? This was released by the former president of BCCI. He is Sharad Pawar. So if we revise it, On Board was the name of the book that was the autobiography of Ratnakar Shetty, and this book was released by the former president of BCCI and ICC. Next we'll be talking about a biography of Usha Uthup. As you can see here in the picture, the name of the book is The Queen of Indian Pop, the authorized biography of Usha Uthup. Alright, The Queen of Indian Pop, the authorized biography of Usha Uthup. This is the English translation of the biography of pop icon Padma Shri awardee Usha Uthup. Alright, this book was originally written by Vikas Kumar Jha. Alright, in Hindi. I repeat, this book, The Queen of Indian Pop, the authorized biography of Usha Uthup, was this now has been the English translation of the Hindi version that was written by Vikas Kumar Jha, and the Hindi title of this book was Ullas Ki Naav. This book was translated by Shrishti Jha, the daughter of Vikas Kumar Jha, into English. This book is being published by the Penguin E-Bury Press of Penguin Random House, India. This book explores the Usha Uthup's sense of freedom, her struggles and constructive and creative attitude towards work and life. But if we talk about Usha Uttup, why was she famous? Why is she known? Let's talk about her life. Usha Uttup is a renowned Indian pop, jazz, and playback singer. She is well known for her work like Hari Om Hari, Rambhaho, and she has sung in several languages including Bengali, Hindi, English, German, Italian, and Sinhalese also. Apart from this, the government of India in 2011 honored her with Padma Shri. Alright, question can be asked. Usha Uttup has been honored with which Padma award and in which year? She was honored with Padma Shri in the year 2011. And what is the name of his autobiography? In if Hindi version is asked, then the name is Ullas Ki Now, and now the English version of this book has been released by the name The Queen of Indian Pop, the authorized biography of Usha Uttup, and this is in English now. And who translated this into English? Vikas Kumar Jha's daughter Shrishti Jha translated this into English. Next, next we'll be talking about Soli Sorabji. Soli Sorabji, he was the former Attorney General of India. First of all, remember, he has served two times as the Attorney General of India from 1989 to 1990, and then from 1998 to 2004. Alright, from 1989 to 1990, and then from 1998 to 2004, he has served twice as the Attorney General of India. We are talking about Soli Sorabji. Then remember, on 9th of March, that is the 92nd birth anniversary of Soli Sorabji, the Penguin Random House of India has announced that a biography by the title Soli Sorabji Life and Times was authored by advocate and legal scholar Abhinav Chandra Chud, that will be released in April 2022. Alright, so 2 to 3 things you need to remember here. First, we are talking about Soli Sorabji. He is the Attorney General of India twice. He was the 2 times Attorney General of India. Now, Penguin Random House India has announced that they will be launching a new book, that is the biography of Soli Sorabji, and the name is Soli Sorabji Life and Times, and this book has been authored by Abhinav Chandra Chud, and this will be released in April. Alright, these are the few things you need to remember. And another thing, that it will be on the 92nd birth anniversary of Soli Sorabji that this book will be released. Next, the Blue Book, a writer's journal. Recently, Amitabh Kumar has recently authored a new book, that is the Blue Book, a writer's journal. Amitabh Kumar, he is an Indian poet and a writer. This book is a memory book with hybrid literary and artist percentage. Next book that we'll be talking is The Pastoral Breeds of India. This book has been released by Purushottam Rupala ji. Our Union Ministers of Fisheries, Animal Husbandry and Dairying, Purushottam Rupala ji, has released a new book, that is Pastoral Breeds of India. Then you should know that this book was released during the Shastra Maldhari Sammelan that was organized by Sahjivan at Upleta in the Gujarat, and it is in the Rajkot district of Gujarat. Then the theme of the Sammelan that you should remember is fostering pastoralism in Shastra, conservation and its sustenance. Alright, coming back, what is the name of the book? Pastoral Breeds of India, and has been released by Purushottam Rupala, who is the Union Minister of Fisheries, Animal Husbandry and Dairying. Next we'll be talking about a late industrialist, Rahul Bajaj. Important, mark this. Alright, biography of Rahul Bajaj, who was a industrialist, has been recently authored by whom? It has been authored by Geeta Piramal. Remember the name, Geeta Piramal. Alright, she authored the biography of late industrialist Rahul Bajaj. The first, remember, this is the first authorized biography of Rahul Bajaj. Then the name of this biography is Rahul Bajaj, An Extraordinary Life. This book is been authored by Geeta Piramal. Alright, Geeta Piramal, which is the organization that will be publishing it. It is your India Portfolio imprint of Penguin Random House, this will be publishing this biography of Rahul Bajaj. If we talk about Rahul Bajaj was the chairman of the Bajaj Group and a former member of the parliament. He was awarded with the Padma Bhushan award also. Then he was born in 10th of June 1938. Also, he was the former chairman and the member of the International Business Council of World Economic Forum. Important. Next, mark this important. Recently, a book-length poem has been recently published by Sahitya Academy. What is the name of this book-length poem? So, the name of this book-length poem is Monsoon, a poem of love and longing. This book or this poem or book-length poem has been written by an Indian poet diplomat, Abhi Kumar. Alright, Abhi Kumar, and his pen name is Abhi K. This book was authored by whom, or you can say this poem was written by whom? Abhi Kumar has authored this book length poem. And what is the name of this book length poem? Monsoon, a poet of love and longing. Who published it? It was published by Sahitya Academy. Next we are talking about a book that is based on the Prime Minister of India, Narendra Modi. Our external ministers or the Minister of External Affairs, S. Jaishankar, has recently penned a new book that is Dreams Meet Delivery, Modi at 20. Very important book, highly important because chances of being asked is very much. Modi at 20, Dreams Meet Delivery. This book has been penned down by or written by whom? S. Jaishankar. Alright, highly important. On whom this book is based? This book is based on Narendra Modi, who is the Prime Minister of India. This book will be released in April 2022. Alright, this book is a compilation of chapters authored by eminent intellectuals, domain experts, and edited and compiled by Bluecraft Digital Foundation. Highly important. And many of these things are penned down by whom? S. Jaishankar. Highly important. Who published this or who will be publishing this? Rupa Publications is the publishing house that will be publishing this book, Modi at 20, Dreams Meet Delivery. Here, everything about Modi's life, Prime Minister Narendra Modi's life will be talked about in this particular book. His journeys, his challenges, his accomplishments, then all the factors that made him the Prime Minister of India will be covered under this book. Next, Indian origin Manjit Man's children book that is The Crossing has been recently released. I repeat, Manjit Man's children book that is The Crossing has been recently released. Another thing, remember this book, this is The Crossing. The Crossing was shortlisted for United Kingdom's Yoto Carnegie Medal 2022, and who is the author? Manjit Man. And Manjit Man is an Indian origin woman authored The Crossing, that is Manjit Man. If we talk about this book, The Crossing is a children's book which is a story of a little girl's friendship with an Eritrean refugee. The book also won the 2022 Costa Children's Book Award, and this book was published by Penguin United Kingdom in 2021. Next, More Than Just Surgery. I repeat, More Than Just Surgery. This book has been recently authored by Dr. Timton Iraq Wadiaji. Next, we'll be talking about a book that is More Than Just Surgery, Life Lessons Beyond the Operation Theatre. Then this book that is More Than Just Surgery, Life Lessons Beyond Operation Theatre is authored by a Padma awarded Dr. Temton Udwadiaji. Then remember, this book is based on the mentors, incidents, people's failures that is related to the surgery. The book is published by E. Burry, that is a Penguin E. Burry Press, imprint of a Penguin Random House, India. Coming back, remember this book will be talking about. Then if we talk about Dr. Tempton, remember he is from Mumbai and he is a surgeon. He was the first surgeon in India to introduce laparoscopy in surgery in 1972. Remember, he is also known as the father of laparoscopy in India. So 2 to 3 questions that you need to remember from this book. That is, first, More Than Just Surgery, Life Lessons Beyond the Operation Theatre. This is the name of the book. Who is author? Dr. Tamtan Udwadia ji is the author of this book. Then who will be publishing this book? Penguin Ebury Press, that is an imprint of Penguin Random House India, will be publishing this book. Then next you need to remember about Dr. Tamtan Udwadia, that he is from Mumbai. He was the first surgeon in India to introduce laparoscopy in surgery in 1972, and he is also famously known by the name father of laparoscopy in India. Next we are talking about a book that is the Little Book of Joy. Alright, this is the name of the book, the Little Book of Joy, and this book has been authored by Dalai Lama along with Archbishop Desmond Tutu. I repeat, Dalai Lama, very important book. Alright, Dalai Lama along with Archbishop Desmond Tutu has authored a book, the Little Book of Joy. The picture book edition co-authored by Nobel Peace winner Dalai Lama, that is the 14th Dalai Lama, and the Archbishop Desmond Tutu, and the name of the book is The Little Book of Joy. This book will be released in September 2022, and which is the organization that will be publishing this? It will be published by Random House Children's Book. So the coming back, the name is The Little Book of Joy. Next we are talking about IMD. IMD is your India Meteorological Department. On 23rd of March, that is your World Meteorological Day, IMD released a book that is Climate Hazards ebook and Vulnerability E-Atlas on the World Meteorological Day, and that is of Indian state Tamil Nadu. This was launched by IMD as a part of World Meteorological Day celebrations. Alright, important, pay attention. So question will be direct and simple. Climate Hazards and Vulnerability Atlas. From this only you should remember that we are talking about IMD because it is related to your climate, and the organization that deals with climate is your Indian or India Meteorological Department. Next we'll be talking about a book that was released by the Vice President of India, and this book is based on a noted social worker, and he is late Shri Sompali Somayaji. Alright, who is the Vice President of India? M. Venkaiah Naidu sir. He released a book that is Supurthi. The name of the book is Supurthi Pradhata Shri Somaya, that has been authored by K. Shyam Prasad. I repeat, what is the name of the book? It is Supurthi Pradhata Shri Somaya, and this book has been authored by whom? Who is the author? He is K. Shyam Prasad. Remember, this book is based on the life story of late Shri Sompalli Somayaji. He was a social worker, and the state from which Shri Sompalli Somaya belonged to is Andhra Pradesh. He inspired youth to dedicate their lives to social welfare, and he is late Shri Sompalli Somaya. Now the questions can be framed in such a way that first question, recently who authored the book Spurti Pradhata Shri Somaya? He is K. Shyama Prasad, first thing. Then who released this book? Vice President of India M. Venkaiah Naidu sir released the book. What is the name of the book? That is based on Shri Sompalli Somayaji, who was a social worker from Andhra Pradesh. The name of the book is Spurti Pradhata Shri Somaya. Alright, these are some questions from this because this topic is important. Alright, this book was released by Vice President, so it is a big deal. So you should know this. If we talk about Shri Sompalli Somayaji, he was born in 1927 in Andhra Pradesh. He dedicated his life to reform the betterment of society for around 50 years. Question can be asked, he was related to what field or why he was in so much praise, because everyone used to praise him. He is related to social work. So friends, these were some of the important books and authors of March month. Now, let me ask you some important MCQ questions based on the current affairs of previous month, just for a revision purpose. Alright. First of all, tell me, as per the World Bank's April update, what is the India's GDP forecast for the fiscal year 22-23? I'll give you a hint that the earlier projection of the World Bank for the GDP of India was 8.7%. This was now reduced to what? This is being asked. Take your time, 5 to 10 seconds, but do answer below. Alright, do comment below that what is the GDP forecast or the April update GDP forecast for the World Bank. Tell me. It is 8%. Alright, the correct answer is 8%. Then if I ask you question, tell me which state is helping Meghalaya? Which state is helping Meghalaya to develop MSME ecosystem? To develop MSME ecosystem. Which is the organization that is helping Meghalaya to develop MSME ecosystem there? It is your SIDBI. Then tell me which is the best bank for MSMEs? Best bank for MSME. It is your Karnataka Bank. First city to get steel slag rod. It is your Surat. And where is Surat? Surat is located in Gujarat. Then tell me how many new airports is Government of India planning to make by the year 2025? What is the number of it? It is 220 new airports are planned to be built by 2025. Apart from this, tell me, there was a state government that has launched a new scheme to offer personal loans to prisoners. Tell me, which is the state government that is offering personal loan for prisoners? It is your Maharashtra government. It is your Maharashtra government. Then if we are talking about World Bank, then remember there was a issue, first wildlife conservation bond that was issued. First wildlife conservation bond that was issued by World Bank. Can you tell me for which animal this first wildlife conservation bond was issued? It was to save Africa's black rhino. It was to save Africa's black rhino that the world's first wildlife conservation bond was issued by World Bank, and the GDP forecast for India for the fiscal year 22-23 has been updated to 8% by World Bank. Where is the headquarter of World Bank? It is in Washington DC. Where is the headquarter of IMF? It is also in Washington DC. UNDP has headquarter in New York. Then UNEP, United Nations Environment Program, has their headquarter in Nairobi, Kenya. UNESCO has their headquarter in Paris. Alright, so the correct option here is 8%. Moving on to next question. Which Indian state announced to celebrate the birth anniversary of Dr. Ambedkar, that is on 14th of April, as the Equality Day? As the Equality Day. Tell me, which is the Indian state that has announced to celebrate the birth anniversary of Dr. Ambedkar on 14th of April as the Equality Day? Tell me. It is your Tamil Nadu state. Alright, the correct answer is Tamil Nadu state. Apart from this, if we talk about NATO, tell me who is the current Secretary General of NATO? He is Jens Stoltenberg. Then remember the tenure of the Secretary General of NATO, that is Jens Stoltenberg, has been extended till the year 2023. Now I'll give you 3 questions for homework. Alright, you have to comment below the answer of each of these 3 questions that I'm about to show you right now. Alright, they are important and they are recent, very helpful for revision. First, poison bill. This was recently seen in the news. Can you tell me to which field among these 4 options this poison pill is related to? First question. Second question that is your homework is RDSO, Research, Designs and Standard Organization, is under which organization? Alright, this RDSO functions under which organization? This is your second question homework. Third question. Which is the first state to develop migration tracking system application? Important question. Alright, which is the first Indian state to develop migration tracking system? Tell me. Alright, do comment below. All these questions are very important and will be very much helpful to you for your preparation. So friends, this was our video. I hope you liked our video. All you have to do is comment below, because the value of your comment is very much. If you want us to continue with such sessions, such revision videos, and if you want us to come up and make some top videos on other topics, all you have to do is comment down below. Also, if you have any trouble regarding login or payment or any other issues, then you can reach to us on our mail, that is support@affairscloud.com, or you can call us on the number 9677333862. and we'll resolve your issue as soon as possible. Also, you should go and check our courses that are available at a very reasonable price and that will help you to boost your preparation.